Waiting here for the supplemental draft. I just want to talk about last night's draft on Raw. The first pick, Smackdown got John Cena. The second pick, Rey Mysterio went over to Raw. And the third pick, Randy Orton went over to SmackDown. Now that's two of Raw's top talents going to SmackDown. So, that's going to shake up their main event title. And that leaves basically Raw without any faces, any top faces. So I thought, going further into the night that Christian was going to, jump over to Raw. The next pick, Big Show came over to Raw. They didn't even mention that he was one half of the tag champions, but they can defend on either show, so it didn't really matter. Then it was Mark Henry and Sagada to SmackDown. Now I thought Rey Mysterio coming over to Raw was to help Sagada out, get him used to WWE and whatnot, but apparently they're just switching them. I guess they want Sagada to be, pretty much Rey on SmackDown, get his popularity up, get his strong following going, and make him into a superstar. Then it was Alberto Del Rio to Raw. Now, with Alberto Del Rio coming over to Raw and not Christian, that leaves basically all the heels on Raw. CM Punk, Miz, and Del Rio, with only Big Show and Rey Mysterio as the faces. Now, out of those three, I thought Del Rio and Miz aren't gonna have a feud by themselves for the WWE title, so I thought one of them was going face. Probably Miz, going face to face Del Rio. But further on to the night, they didn't have to do that. Then, because John Cena got drafted back to Raw in the same night, that was pretty much a waste of a pick. But I get to create drama, as Miz thought he was leaving, so he didn't have to deal with him anymore. But he's coming back, so he still has John Cena to deal with. The pay-per-view this Monday. The pay-per-view this Sunday coming up. Extreme Rules. It'll probably be a pretty decent pay-per-view. I heard that they have trouble selling tickets, so it might not even be a sold-out venue. But I'll have my predictions like Thursday for that pay-per-view. Another note: Karma was given a name. That's Awesome Kong. They showed a face, so she's almost ready to debut on TV. I don't think it'll be at the pay-per-view, probably next Monday or the week after, because next Monday we'll probably have a lot of viewers because it's Rock's birthday bash. Now, hopefully, Mick Foley will make an appearance. He probably won't. He's still on the TNA contract, but one can hope. So, if they can recreate the magic of This Is Your Life from 10 years ago, or however long ago it was, then it'll be a great Raw. So, with John Cena at the time, in the beginning, being drafted SmackDown, I thought they weren't going to talk about that feud, but, being drafted back to Raw, something's going to happen there to continue that feud. They only have, 10 more months. They're running out of time there. Anyway, so in a few minutes, the supplemental draft will take place. This is a lot of probably the mid-carders that weren't on the TV last night, because they wanted to just basically move over the main event talent, except for Mark Henry, which he had a heel turn, because the last match was a 6-man tag match, Christian, Mark Henry, and John Cena versus Miz, Del Rio, and CM Punk, and Mark Henry costed Team SmackDown that match by taking out Christian and John Cena. So it looks like he'll be a heel on SmackDown, so we'll see what goes from there. With Del Rio going to Raw and John Cena staying on Raw, unless it's like a big swerve, it's pretty clear that Christian's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship at Extreme Rules, which I can't wait for. I hope it does happen, because I am a big Christian fan. Have been since before he left for his TNA run. So if he wins the World Heavyweight Championship, I guess, I don't know who he's going to be feuding with. Maybe Mark Henry, while Randy Orton will have a feud with, I'm guessing, Cody, to elevate Cody's road status. because I'm starting to be a fan of Cody Rhodes with this new gimmick and his WrestleMania performance. So I'm on the bandwagon for him. So they have their history for legacy. That could be a good feud, and see what they do with the heavyweight championship situation over there with Christian if he does indeed win. So we'll see what happens in the supplemental draft. It should be starting pretty soon, and I'll tell you who gets drafted out of where. Like I said, mid-carders, I'm expecting, Evan Bourne, Drew McIntyre, Daniel Bryan, Tyler Rex, Zack Ryder, Yoshitatsu, whoever, is going to be switching over. So we'll see how that goes. The first pick in the 2011 supplemental draft is indeed Daniel Bryan. He goes over to SmackDown. It's a good move, so we'll see how it goes. A lot of potential feuds. He can go after the IC Championship, face off against Wade Barrett, former NXT and Nexus members. So that's a possible storyline there. You could, Justin Gabriel, any of the core guys. Drew McIntyre, if he stays on SmackDown, that could be another possible feud. Cody Rhodes even. So we'll see where it goes. Hopefully he'll get elevated like he should in SmackDown. With the second pick in the supplemental draft, Raw receives Jack Swagger. He's been on Raw the past couple of weeks with his stint with Michael Cole, so it makes sense. We'll see where he goes from here, if he gets back into a title run or, elevate his status. He has been stuck in neutral. That hasn't really done anything since losing the heavyweight championship last year. So, new start. So let's see where it goes for him. It can only be good. He is pretty much a beast. He is talented. So. I'm looking forward to what they do with him on Raw. Next pick for SmackDown isn't that great. It's the Great Khali and Rajah Singh. They're going to head back to SmackDown. There's not really much to say about it. Khali's never been the greatest wrestler. He's more the attraction type since of his size. He only works as a heel, monster heel mostly. So maybe he goes back to SmackDown and goes back to a heel role, so we'll see what goes with that. There's really not much to say about that one, so it's a Great Khali to SmackDown now. With the next pick in the supplemental draft, SmackDown does receive another pick. They get Jimmy Uso of the Uso brothers. Now, like in past years, they are splitting up another tag team. They're probably going to see if they can actually make it on their own. They are the sons of Rikishi, so Rikishi's going to have a talk with them. See what could work as a single superstar. Them being in the draft, probably hints that they are gonna eventually use them. I'm guessing. So we'll see where that goes from there. So Jimmy is on SmackDown now. Jay, as right now, stays on Raw. So they're probably gonna see if they can make it as a single superstar. Because when the last team they split up, the good tag team they split up was the Hard Dynasty, and neither of them pretty much made it so far. Tyson Kidd had his little Raw stint for a couple weeks. Then he just got knocked down to superstars. So we'll see what happens with the Uso brothers. As the chat room is discussing who's the best tag team ever, they're playing the Fabulous Rougeau Brothers theme song. But during this, the next draft selection was picked, and it was for Raw, and it is one of the divas. Kelly is now back on the Raw roster. She has potential. She has been increasing over the last couple months. So if one of the Bella twins can be Divas champion, Kelly could also wear that title. It's probably just to bolster the Divas division, for more people, for Karma, because she's gonna need more Divas to run through basically in her first run. I think it should have been Layla drafted to Raw, but I guess they're not finished with Lay Cool storyline. Layla is one of the more beautiful divas on the roster, so I would like to see her weekly on Raw. She has potential to be the face of the divas, I think. So, but other than that, Kelly has been drafted to Raw. So that's going to do it for my coverage of the supplemental draft. I have to get ready for work, and the draft is still going on, so I'm going to miss a few of the picks. Any of the picks I missed, just leave it in the comment below or whatever. So, hopefully, a few superstars haven't been drafted Drew McIntyre, Evan Bourne, and stuff like that. So they might be staying on their rosters, or who else. So, like I said, I don't know how long it's going on, but I'm going to have to end it there. Have to get ready for work. So I'll catch you guys later, and hopefully we'll see where the draft continues from here on out. So see ya.